October 31st, 1918. Dear Eliza, today I have reached my destination deep in the woods to begin my research. Even though I cannot mail these letters, it comforts me to write to the woman I love, as if I could share with you what these next months will be to me. The accommodations of the cabin are lean, but I will endure. It is better to endure. I enjoy the rugged terrain. It's like the geography around me finally corresponds with the geography of my heart. I think that today few men are faced with their own survival. Many seem merely to exist. Being separated from you will be trying, but I savor the test of my will and knowledge against the elements. November 12th, 1918. Dear Eliza, it has been a while since I have written to you. My research has kept me occupied, and sometimes it is hard to motivate myself to write to you, knowing you have no way of receiving these letters until I come home. Though, it is good for me to remember you. I miss your laugh above all else. Instead, I am left with cold wind and trees bending in the breeze. I see now what an empty world it would be without women, and why man was not created to be alone. November 12th, 1918. Dear Eliza, my survival has become a more demanding task with the approaching winter. Food is becoming more scarce, but I will endure. I have felt a touch of fever, but I believe I am shaking it off. I know you are praying for God to help me, but so far my knowledge and skill has served me well. The cold is not nearly as bitter as the loneliness that sinks in during the blank nights. I have much to say to you, but I cannot seem to write. I know you will hear it all from my lips in a few short months. It has occurred to me just how fickle mankind is. We get lost in the present and seem to forget the importance of the past. Out in this wildness, I've spent a great deal thinking about my past and my future. December 5th, 1918. Dear Eliza, I have become very ill and am becoming increasingly concerned of my survival. Sickness has left me impaired when it comes to my duties of collecting firewood and food, and therefore my health has suffered even more. It seems that my body is having a hard time keeping up with my will. I'm trying to continue my research despite the sickness. I waited and prepared far too long to desist now. I'm sure you are still praying for me. I know you would have me trust in faith. And although faith has its place, I know my skill will be what heals me. I will endure. December something, 1918. Dear Eliza, my ailment has increased. It seems my every cure creates more affliction. I am now unable to travel very far from the cabin. It is becoming more apparent that I will not be able to survive unless I abandon my research and return to safety. However, I don't think I have the strength to make the journey. Worse is that no one will search for me for months. But with everything in me, I'm determined to endure. December, maybe January, 19 something. Dear Eliza, the only thing that keeps me from giving into apathy is the thought of hearing your laugh. I write this not because I expect to give these letters to you, but because I expect that you will find them when they search for me. I realize now that I cannot save myself. I need someone to come and save me. My strength is not sufficient to endure this world. I need someone else. Dear Eliza, this writing is the only thing keeping me alive. It is the only thing that keeps my mind from the abyss. The thought of you brings me back from hopelessness. I want to endure. I want to see you again. But I feel that my time may have come. Things have become colder and darker, and I feel like a shell of what I was. I constantly feel the looming threat of death. But there is still something inside. Something that fights. It is faint. And it is all that is left of me. Dear God, time has become nothing. I only endure to hear her laugh, even though I've forgotten it, or smell her perfume, even though I cannot recall it. God, if you can hear me, I only wish to see her again. If you can hear my silent words, if you see me, Lord, in spite of what I am, then please save me. I need someone bigger than I. I thirst for salvation not only from death, but from what I deserve. I cannot endure without you. Dear Eliza, pray for me. I am so close to death. Simply writing is exhausting. You cannot read this, or hear me if I could still speak. But maybe, somehow, you can know to pray for me. I wish only to. January 1919. Dear Eliza, today I received salvation. I will see your smile again.